You're 77. You sit by the window of a quiet room, a chair, a blanket, a photo on the nightstand. Someone knocks gently and asks if you want tea. You say yes, but deep inside you're thinking, this isn't my home. You remember the day you moved in. They called it temporary. You believed them. The weeks turned into months, and slowly you stopped watering your plants. Stop making your own breakfast. Stop feeling like you. Most people think nursing homes are safe, helpful, clean, but no one talks about the invisible things they take away. Hi, and if you're watching this, you may be thinking about moving into a nursing home. Or maybe you've already done it. Maybe someone you love is there now. This video isn't about scaring you. It's about telling you the truth. The part most people find out too late. Because moving into a care facility doesn't just change your address. It changes your rhythm, your freedom, your identity. And while every place is different, there are some hard truths that nearly no one talks about until it's already done. In this episode, we'll walk through the routines that slowly replace your independence, the way time shifts when you don't control your space, why temporary almost never means temporary, how emotions, relationships, and memory are affected, and most importantly, what to think about before making the move. If you've ever said, "It's just for now, I'll be out in no time," you need to hear this. Because I said the same thing, and I wish someone had told me what I'm about to tell you. Let's begin. You lose your rhythm, then you lose yourself. Every person has a rhythm. When they wake, what they eat, how they move through a day. But in a nursing home, that rhythm is no longer yours. You wake when the staff decides. You eat when the schedule says. You wait for your shower, for your medication, for permission to go outside. And slowly, without pain, without protest, you stop deciding anything at all. Speech balloon story. Marie's quiet morning. Marie, 81, was used to waking at 9, reading on her porch with coffee. She loved silence in the mornings. Birds. No rush. But in her new room, breakfast was at 7:30 sharp. Her roommate turned on the TV at 6. The hallway buzzed with noise. No coffee. Just a tray. No porch. Just a window. She told her daughter, "I feel like I'm visiting someone else's life." After a month, she stopped reading. After 2 months, she stopped asking for coffee. Her rhythms were gone. And with them, parts of herself. Magnifying glass, why this matters. Routine isn't a luxury. It's identity. When you choose your rhythm, you stay connected to who you are. When someone else chooses it for you, even gently, even with care, you become a passenger. That's not living. That's waiting. And most people don't even notice it's happening until they realize they no longer care what time it is. Brain what to do about it. 1. Before moving in, ask about personal routines. Can you wake up when you want? Make your own coffee? If not, think twice. 2. Talk to staff honestly. Some facilities allow more flexibility than others. Ask for autonomy in little things, like mealtime, lights, sound, even chair location. 3. If you're already inside, rebuild micro-rhythms. Create your moment. Put music on at the same time each day. Drink from your favorite cup. Do something at your own pace, even if it's small. Compass the deeper truth. It's not about waking up early. It's about choosing when and how you move through your day. When that choice is gone, you don't just lose time. You lose the thread of your life. Temporary often becomes permanent. "I'm just here to recover. That's what they told me. I'll be back home soon." These are the phrases almost every new resident hears and repeats to themselves. But days pass, then weeks, and the longer you stay, the harder it is to leave. Speech balloon real words from real people. They called it respite care, but the bed I came in with was sold after a month. My dad brought 1 suitcase. It's been 2 years. No one says the word forever, but it's what it becomes. The staff isn't lying. The system isn't malicious, but it's built in a way that makes leaving feel impossible. Medical reviews take months. You lose your old apartment. Your routine shifts. You stop driving. Your community moves on. And soon your world becomes one hallway, 2 meal times, and the sound of other people's TVs. Brain, why it happens. Nursing homes are designed for care, not transition. They stabilize you, then settle you. There's no recovery roadmap. No one is tasked with saying, "Okay, you're stronger now. Let's get you home." The environment makes you comfortable enough not to fight, but controlled enough not to grow. Speech balloon story, Leonard's return. Leonard, 79, moved in after a fall. He told everyone, just for rehab, 3 weeks max. He started strong. Physical therapy, good spirits, but he wasn't tracking progress. No one pushed for an exit plan. Month 2, he lost muscle. Month 3, he stopped calling his neighbor. By month 4, he'd forgotten where he kept his books at home. When his daughter asked if he wanted to go back, he hesitated. "I don't know where I'd even begin." Wrench what you can do. 1. Before moving in, create a timeline. Write it down. Who will track progress? Who will help you leave? Put it in writing and share it. 2. Keep one foot outside. Keep your address if you can. Keep your routines. Keep contact with people outside the home. 3. Speak the goal out loud. I'm going home by this date. Say it to the staff, to your family, to yourself. Compass the deeper truth. The danger isn't the facility. It's the gravity of the system, the way it makes staying feel easier than living. Remember this. Temporary stays temporary, only if you fight for it. You lose privacy, even in the quiet moments. We all need space, not just walls, but emotional space. The freedom to cry in private, to pray, to stare out the window and think, to sit in silence without being asked, "Are you okay?" But in a nursing home, privacy becomes a privilege, not a guarantee. Speech balloon real comments say, "You can't even go to the bathroom without someone checking in." I haven't been alone for more than 10 minutes in a month. They knock, but they still come in. Most rooms are shared. Walls are thin. Staff enter with keys. There's a schedule, a checklist, a rotation of caregivers, each with their own pace, tone, and energy. And it's not just about being seen, it's about being watched. Your body, your habits, even your emotions feel visible. Speech balloon story. Janet's notebook. Janet, 82, used to journal every morning. She'd write for an hour in silence, then sip tea with the curtains open. In her shared room, the lights came on at 6:30. Her roommates snored. A nurse knocked mid-sentence. One day, her journal was moved by cleaning staff. She felt exposed. "I stopped writing," she said. "It didn't feel like my thoughts belonged to me anymore." Brain, why this hurts. Privacy isn't just about what's hidden. It's about what's sacred. Without it, reflection becomes impossible. You lose the chance to process, to grieve, to feel without interruption or observation. And for many, especially after 60, those quiet moments are how we stay grounded. Wrench what you can do. 1. If possible, request private space, even temporarily. Ask for moments with no interruptions, during meals, journaling, or prayer. 2. Create visual signals. A scarf on the door, headphones in, a note that says, "Quiet time." Train others to respect it, gently but firmly. 3. Speak up about emotional space. It's okay to say, "I'm fine. I just need a few minutes alone." Compass the deeper truth. You can share a room, but you shouldn't have to share every part of yourself. When you lose privacy, you start living in response, not from intention, and that's a slow way to disappear. The loss of purpose is real. Most people think purpose is something big, a job, a title, a mission. But in reality, purpose can be as simple as making coffee for your spouse, feeding your dog, calling your sister every Friday, taking care of your home, even the smallest corner of it. In a nursing home, those moments disappear, and with them, your sense of mattering. Speech balloon real comments say, I don't have anything to take care of anymore. No one needs me here. They just manage me. The hardest part? Not having a reason to get out of bed. There are no tasks that depend on you, no rooms to tidy, no people to cook for, no small roles that say, this is mine. I'm needed here. Instead, you become the task. Speech balloon story, Harold and the Clock. Harold, 84, used to wind his grandfather clock every morning. It gave him structure. History, a link to his father. After moving into care, the clock stayed behind. He had nothing to do each morning, just waiting for breakfast. He started skipping meals, stopped shaving, stopped speaking much. His daughter brought a small table clock, not the same. He told her, I miss the feeling of being responsible for something that mattered. Brain, why it matters. Purpose isn't optional. It's oxygen for the mind, especially after 60. Without it, days blur. Time stretches. The smallest decisions, what to wear, when to sit, lose meaning. You don't decline because of disease. You decline because nothing needs you. Wrench what you can do. 1. Before moving, bring something that relies on you. Even a small plant, a puzzle, a prayer routine. Not just decoration, but function. 2. Create micro-responsibilities. Fold your own clothes. Track your steps. Call someone once a week to check in. 3. Ask staff for roles. Water the hallway plant. Help greet visitors. Anything that reminds you, I'm part of this. Compass the deeper truth. You don't need a mission. You need a reason, and if you're not given one, you must create it. Because when purpose leaves, the body stays alive, but the spark begins to fade. You start forgetting who you were. It doesn't happen overnight. There's no switch. No warning. Just one day. You forget what you used to wear on Sundays. You forget the smell of your old kitchen. You forget the sound of your neighbor's knock at 3 p.m. And slowly, without even noticing, you stop remembering yourself. Speech balloon real comments say, I used to be a teacher. No one here knows that. I looked at a photo of me and couldn't feel it was me anymore. My name's still on the chart, but I don't feel like I belong to it. Inside a facility, life becomes uniform. Identical meals, identical chairs, identical rooms. When the environment doesn't reflect you, your identity fades with it. Even mirrors begin to feel like strangers. Speech balloon story, Ruth in the red sweater. Ruth, 80, always wore red on Fridays. It was her confidence color. Her friends knew it. Her late husband loved it. After moving into care, her laundry was handled by staff. One Friday, she reached for her red sweater, and it was gone. It sounds small, but that day, she wore gray. The next week, she didn't ask for red. The week after, she didn't mention Friday. Months later, when asked what made her feel like herself, she paused and said, I'm not sure anymore. Brain, why this happens. Identity lives in our choices, in how we dress, speak, decorate, eat, and what we choose to do and not do. When those choices vanish, so does the mirror of memory. And that's when you begin to lose more than muscle. You lose the shape of your own story. Wrench what you can do. 1. Bring symbols of self. Clothing, books, music, photos, not just as items, but as reminders. 2. Ask staff and visitors to acknowledge your past. Tell your story often. Frame your achievements. Say, this is who I was. This is still who I am. 3. Rebuild rituals. If you used to play music during breakfast, do it. If you prayed before bed, do it. Repeat until the rhythm brings you back to yourself. Compass the deeper truth. You are not your room. You are not your medication chart. You are not just a patient. But if you don't actively protect your identity, it begins to blur, and you begin to forget. And when that happens, the saddest part isn't that others forget you. It's that you forget you. It's not unkind, but it's not love. Nursing homes are filled with good people, caring hands, helpful staff, sincere smiles, and still, something's missing. Because as kind as they are, they don't know your laugh. They don't know your silence. They don't know the stories behind your scars. They care for you, but they don't love you. Speech Balloon real comments say, they're nice, but they're strangers. They care for everyone, so you stop feeling special. They smile at me, but no one sees me. It's not cruelty. It's the absence of deep connection. In your home, someone knew your coffee order, your rhythm, your mood, your sense of humor. In a care facility, you're a room number, a chart, a list of needs to be met, kindly but quickly, and that kind of kindness can feel very cold. Speech Balloon story, Tom's Cup. Tom, 85, used to drink tea from the same mug every morning, the one with the faded "Number 1 Dad" on it. When he moved into care, he asked for it. They said it was probably packed or broken. He was given a generic cup like everyone else. He drank the tea, but he said it didn't taste the same. It's not about the tea, he told his son. It's about not being known. Brain, why this hurts. Love lives in the little things, in being known without asking. In not having to explain yourself. A nursing home can care for your body, but it struggles to care for your story. And without that, even the softest bed can feel like exile. Wrench what you can do. 1. Keep love nearby. Pictures, notes, calls, visits. Bring reminders of relationships, not just responsibilities. 2. Build new connections slowly. Find one person, staff, or resident to talk to regularly, not about health, about life. 3. Don't stop being a person who gives. Love is not just received, it's expressed. Even a kind word, a thank you, a smile, keeps you human. Compass the deeper truth. You can be cared for and still feel forgotten. You can be safe and still feel alone. And while kindness is beautiful, it cannot replace connection. You don't just need someone to change your sheets. You need someone who knows your favorite song. Because at the end of the day, being seen is just as important as being helped.